If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Well, for those of you who have followed my channel for a while, I know that you enjoy roasts, or you enjoy when I defend myself. And that's great, because you're going to get one today. Maybe I've been quarantined for too long, but somebody passed me along this video of this failed truther who pretended to, well, he didn't pretend to get taken off all these platforms. He deliberately got taken off all these platforms to build a following, to make people think he was credible by constantly coming on the air and being anti-Semitic, which everybody knows you can't do that and you can't say certain words, which is exactly why people like me still have channels, because I can work around all that stuff because I know how to outsmart a computer. But nonetheless, this guy, Benjamin Owen, who? Exactly. A failed stand-up comic turned truther, decided he wanted to run his mouth about my channel and my subscribers and the fear and the garbage that I produce. So let's take a listen, and then, well, let's just lay Benjamin Owen down on the train tracks where he belongs with the rest of the sods.
Thank you for calling out Call for an Uprising, BB. They're like McDonald's quality of truthers. Oh, he calls for an uprising every single day and just tells people how scary the world is. It's worse than CNN, and they don't even realize it. They're like, this is your future. This is your future. Your future is terrible. And have a garden and a family. It's making people not have families. It's making people commit suicide. It's making people become drug addicts. All they do is say, this is your future. Oh, are you kidding me? Look at this Madonna music video. Satanic imagery. I mean, that dude's a clown with no balls. No balls. That shit screwed me up for years, BB. Yeah, that's why I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Stay here, Black Coffee Bear. Even if you start craving the cortisol and the fucking fear, don't do it. The only uprising that guy has is his dick from watching all the fear porn. Right. No, it's a down. It's not rising. His dick never rises. See, I get these emails all the time. It's not like, they're coming. They're not coming. They're not, like, God, it's so infuriating just being, like, this is a call for an uprising. Oh my God, did you see this Cardi B video? She was showing her anus and dancing. Look at it. Let's watch it again. Look at it close. I have a close up. Look at her ass and jiggling. Oh, there's a spiral over here that's pedophilia, and then over here you have a one eye symbolism. Oh, I mean, watch it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is your future. This is what they're going to do to your children. Watch it again. And I'm just like, they're super satanic. He's like, this is a call for an uprising. Look at it. Look at this music video right here. We have, right here, we have one eye symbolism. We have helio worship. He won't even admit the fucking earth isn't a spinning ball either. Just such a pussy. And then he squirts. You can almost hear him just like, this is a call for an uprising. As you can see here, Cardi B. Oh, God, look at her. She's so disgusting. Oh, there's gay imagery. Oh, homoerotic. Oh, there's bestiality. Oh, Jesus, I can't. This is disgusting, right? Oh, God, this is a call for an This is a call for a dick whacking. Okay, time for the fear. This is a call for an uprising. Cardi B is shit. Look at. I mean, come on. This people. This is it. This is our future. This is what they're gonna shove in your kids' faces. I mean, let's find some more music videos. Oh, here we go. Oh God, look at this one here. This is just pure filth. I mean, there's a spiral, and then there's a little child pedophilia. I mean, oh my God, oh, Jesus. Oh God. Maybe they're all in the upside down. Yeah. But the thing is like these truth channels don't realize they're in the upside down. They're like, this is a call for an uprising. Oh, Lady Gaga, look at her go. Oh, this is the story of a squirter. Right. He's addicted to the screen. Right. He can't get enough. He cannot. Dude, I don't watch any music videos. I don't watch any pornography. I don't watch any news. And then it's like, this is a call. Oh, God. Look at how homoerotic this one is. Jesus. I mean, it's just people don't learn their lesson, and then they just live in the pit, and then that's why they think everything's gonna fail, because they keep consuming despair porn. I know for a fact the world isn't ending. It's so unbelievably gay that people do that. This is a call for an uprising. I almost feel a little betrayed by some of these truth channels where I'm like, haven't we gotten past this? This is a call for a dumpster pump.
Now, if that's what you call comedy, going, who called for an uprising, and referencing masturbation, and that's what he's doing during his video. How did you know, Benjamin? Owen, how did you know? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. See, I actually make content on my channel.
When it rains in LA, because it's the only time the weathermen have anything to talk about, they get so excited because our weather is always so great that they're very depressed for most of the year. They're like, thank you, Tina. It's going to be 80 and sunny until I fucking die. That's it. When it rains in LA, it gets almost sexual for these dudes. You ever watch a weather report when it's like raining? They're like, thank you, Tina. On Tuesday, we have a cold front coming in hard and strong. It's going to push in early. A lot of moisture down south. It's going to get nice and wet down there. Then Wednesday, the rains are coming in. We're looking at 7 inches, pounding us all night long. Just eye line with the camera. I'm at home like, what's the 10-day forecast?
Okay? It's actually content. There's stuff that goes into it. There's clips. There's things. I don't just live stream and run my mouth all night calling my subscribers bears and constantly talking about homosexuality and all sorts of disturbing stuff that you seem to be into. But look, let's not beat around the bush here. When you get a failed comic and a failed wannabe actor, and he's not getting the attention that he wants, this is what people like this do. The whole point of me doing this video isn't because I'm triggered. It's just to show anyone out there that actually thinks that this guy's a truther, that you need to recheck your priorities. Because just being anti-Semitic and understanding who's at the top of the pyramid doesn't make you a truther. Just being aware of what's going on with the outbreak doesn't make you a truther. This guy has spent his entire life trying to be a Hollywood wannabe actor, a failed comic. I mean, he even uses the same routine that he just did in his Who Called for an Uprising. This is something he does on stage on open mic nights because there's no way anyone's paying this guy to see this guy do comedy because it's not comedy. And if you think it's comedy, you got low expectations for what comedy is. Oh, tough crowd, you know what I mean? Now don't blink because this is Benjamin Owen performing in films featuring Adam Sandler, Hugh Hefner. I know it's quick. Don't blink.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Shelly. Looking good.
Marvin.
Oh, hey, Shelly.
Thank you. You guys have to try one of these. Marvin makes the best margaritas.
That's because they're mangaritas. I'm better than myself. I added my own little Marvin twist to them.
Well, you're the best twister I know.
I wanted to see how my plants were doing. Bro, please stop talking.
Wow, impressive stuff. I really wish I devoted my life to doing that. Oh, no, wait, I don't, and I didn't. Now, it's not my fault that you're not getting the popularity and the attention that you want, and that you're homesteading, and oh my goodness, I'm so impressed. Please, it looks like you haven't showered since the Cold War. But you have to understand, you don't get in these movies, you don't date the people that he's been around unless you're one of them, okay? Unless you're one of them. And once you're in, you ain't getting out. And you might pretend that you're out because you need a new source of income because they might have said, you know what, you're so unfunny and non-useful that you're done. And he had to go on the internet and YouTube and go, I'm a truther now because I see that there's a movement in it. And, and I'm a flat earther too. And then I think he said something in this video, I'm a pansy, or a different term. Let's just say it, a pussy, because I won't go out and talk about flat earth. It's because I don't care about it. Because the flat earth community, for the most part, and I am friends with people who are, is an embarrassment on the truth movement. whether it's true or not. Look at all the TV shows that have just made them look like absolute buffoons. They walk around with the globe heads and all this stuff. That's not a good look if you want people to take you seriously. And besides the fact, I don't care about it. And I'm not going to talk about things that I don't care. You're not over there talking about McMartin or all these cases that I've talked about and exposed and all the other stuff over the last 4 years that I've covered. You're not talking about anything. You're just going, he talks about Lady Gaga and people in thongs. You're talking about how your father spent $100,000 on prostitutes, Benjamin. And I'm not talking about female.
And just since January, my father stole $100,000 from my mother and gave it to men. So this is how the world works, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably an uncalculable amount of money he's done this with. He's been doing this now for literally decades. The sodomite, part Jew, fuck.
I'm 39. I went to college. I went to high school. I went to middle school. I've watched Hollywood movies my whole life. I've watched television. I have a 147 IQ. What's that shit called? I can't even remember right now. I drank a little turpentine this morning. I had a tea. Yeah, dude, turpentine, killing parasites will make you not gay anymore.
Ugh. And then you're talking about having the same types of thoughts and how you have to drink some type of poison so you don't have it. I'm good. I don't know how your wife feels about that, but there's definitely some type of therapy you can go through to get the gene out of you, so to speak. Now, this guy dated Christina Ricci. I don't know if anyone remembers Christina Ricci from the Addams family, Pugsley Addams, right? To get a perfect couple here, you got Pugsley Addams and Lurch over here. And you want to tell me that this guy's not a Mason? That these people just, oh yes, they just interact with the goyim of the world like us. I mean, this guy's even admitted that his father, who is into all that stuff, shockingly, is actually one of the people that he yells and screams about, which would make him one of these people from Bageltown, USA.
Sodomite, part Jew, fuck.
So boy, what a coincidence that when you say it again? Oh, that he's half one of them, and then your whole shtick is that is constantly coming on every internet platform and yelling about how they're responsible for everything, which they are, which these people are, which I won't identify by name, but you got to be clueless not to understand what we're talking about here. And you come on here and you do that. And what happens next? Censorship for the rest of us, for channels like mine and everybody else to have to change how we talk about these topics because you are getting the publicity on Joe Rogan, on InfoWars. Yeah, that's not a plant. On the Hollywood red carpets, all these articles writing about you now with the COVID stuff because you're just doing what you're supposed to do, which is not just make us look like lunatics, get us censored. And then you go, well, my IQ is 157. Well, if you had an IQ, you'd realize that you need to learn to talk around this stuff instead of directly speak it. You know why? Because it's their platform and their rules. But you can get around it if you have an IQ and a brain, right? That's how my channel survives. I don't say it directly. So what are they going to do about it? I could say I'm talking about a movie, for crying out loud, because I don't say the word one time in the video, because I'm not careless and I have a brain. Now, I heard you talking about an uprising. You're saying, oh, where's the uprising? Well, the uprising's coming. But see, I'm not dumb enough to come on here day in and day out and go, oh, the uprising's coming. I'm going to be in Washington State next week, and this is what I'm going to do. Because I'm not stupid. It's coming. And maybe it'll come and hit you along the way. And maybe you can get that little stupid keyboard of yours out that you play your horrible sets on, and I'll introduce it to my chainsaw, because that's where it should be. Your synthesizer you're walking around with. You're a grown man, for crying out loud. Now look, you can send your bears over here. Is that what you call your followers and your listeners? I like to look at the people listening to my channel as colleagues. And I hate to even use that word because it's just some professional term. I'd say friends, but I don't really know technically everyone, but I do know a good amount of the people. But I listen to what they have to say. They're not my fans, and I don't want them to be my fans. We're all equals in this. We all have different knowledge on this stuff. There's plenty of people who listen to my channel that have their own channels who do great content and make great content, and I follow and listen to them. We all share this stuff because we're trying to fight the enemy, not one another, right? But you wouldn't know because you are on the other side. You're not one of us. When you have somebody come out and they go, it's fear, it's fear. Ooh, the signs and the symbols. Ooh, talking about Disney World. It sounds like, oh, why? Because you want to take your family to Disney this year? Oh, because it's not a big deal that you're in a movie at the Playboy Mansion. One of the headquarters of the Central Intelligence Agency. Oh, I bet you didn't know that because you don't know anything you're talking about, which I've covered in many videos. But again, I just covered Lady Gaga and other people shaking their butts. Well, I guess those are the only videos you click on of mine, probably because you like to see scantily clad trans men like Cardi B shaking their rear ends when I'm trying to expose the signs and the symbols. And I could probably go through these movies that you're in and do the same exact thing, but you know what? One, I can't sit through it, and two, I couldn't even blink and you're already out of the scene. So look, anyone could go and see your long list of your IMDb page, and the fact that you created a show called Gay Town, and the fact that you always talk about, people can put one and one together. They can put one and one together. See, I don't care if people come here and they say I'm a lunatic, because I'm not. I don't care if they come here and say I'm hateful and I'm mean. Maybe I am a little bit, because I'm passionate about the stuff I discuss. But you know what? Being miserable is every human being's God-given right. So while I'm miserable here and focusing on the things I want to focus on, I have the right to do that because we still have somewhat of freedom in this country. And as you run your mouth about truther channels, we all know you're referencing all the bigger channels out there like mine and the other ones, who maybe we don't all get along, but at least we're putting out content and trying to get people to wake up, whether we agree or disagree on everything or not, and whether we like one another or not. Unlike you, who claims to be a truther, gets people censored, and then you rile up this group that you call bears being your fans to go and troll like people like me care. Somebody put up a video, call for a uprising, for a dump rising. I don't even know what it was called because the joke was so bad. Exposed or roasted. Roasted? You call that a roast and you call yourself a comedian? Roasted? This is coming from the guy who's wearing a vest with no shirt, walking around the Playboy Mansion. What do they pay you, $20 for the gig? Lord only knows how you're a homeowner, but that's another story for another day. So why don't you do me a favor? All right? You keep your name out of my mouth because it's in your best interest to do so. None of the people who listen to my channel want any drama over here, but they know when I do stuff like this, it's because I'm doing it in defense. And the fact that I gave you a pass because you never did anything from the get-go, even though you came in from Hollywood, you dated a pretty known actress looking like Lurch next to her. What is she, 4'0", a child actress nonetheless, so you know that what kind of an abuse she went through. The fact that you've admitted your father is half bagel, which is enough for anyone to go, oh, okay. And your whole shtick is that, amongst everything else you do with your, just the criminal act that you do more than anything is probably your stand-up comedy. So maybe it's time for you to find another living, huh? And I don't know where you are now. What are you, over on TikTok or something like that? TikTok? Is that where you are? No clue. Doesn't seem like many people care, though. And yeah, I know this is huge for you because you're getting attention, which is what you want. But I think it should be enough when people see your acting gigs to go, jeez. To see that you're standing next to Hugh Hefner, butt buddies of the Bush family, butt buddies of all of the elite families. What do you think? He just was like, I'm going to start a magazine and have naked girls in it. Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. You are going to become rich and famous. Oh, yeah, there wasn't an operation behind it. You wouldn't know, though. You'd be in on those things. So let me tell you something. In addition to keeping my name out of your mouth, you can keep all the truthers' names out of your mouth. And you could sit over there in irrelevancy like you've been sitting. And you could go over there and you could spew the anti-Semite stuff, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with saying any of that stuff, but you're doing it as an act in a show so you could get your audience to go, oh, he's telling the real truth because he's talking about them and he's suspended from every single platform, but he's got an IQ of 160. You're suspended from every platform because you're careless. You're suspended from every platform because you deliberately do it. Not because you're edgy, not because you're cool. Whatever you might have thought you were in high school, son, that time is long past. Because I got news for you. The shtick sucks. The stand-up sucks. No one's paying to see you do stand-up either. Nice job booking open mic nights and telling people that you're performing gigs like you're getting hired, like you're Norm Macdonald to go tour the country. No one's got a clue who you are, Benjamin Owen. And no one cares. And the reason you're being roasted is because I should have done it a long time ago, but I didn't, because I didn't hear my name in your mouth until now. And what's the old saying? Don't poke a bear? Well, since you love bears so much, and Lord knows what you mean when you're talking about bears in reference to homosexuality, sometimes you just pick the wrong guy on the wrong day. And maybe I've been quarantined up for a little bit too long here. Maybe it's been a couple months, even though I don't mind being in quarantine. But you know what? I don't like the look of you. I don't like the smell of you. You look like I said earlier, you haven't bathed in 25 years with your rosy red cheeks, sitting there doing drunk podcasts day in and day out, talking crap about people who make actual content, trying to help wake people up to the truth of the world and lead them to Jesus Christ. Not just making videos about Lady Gaga. Oh, I don't watch movies. You don't watch movies? You're in movies. You wanted to be in them. Oh, you don't own a TV? Oh, I'm sure. Oh, you don't watch movies on the internet? You don't have a Netflix? Get out of here with your bull crap. Like anyone's buying it. Everybody over here on YouTube for years has been saying, this guy is really telling it like it is because he's going after him. You don't go after anyone. You protect them. And you get the rest of us censored because you're one of them. It's in your blood, right? If your father's half, then so are you. And if your father's buying male prosties for hundreds of thousands of dollars and you want to talk about it every day, so be it. Go ahead. Because if I want to talk about Lady Gaga, which I don't talk about every day, my last 100 videos for the most part, except for 2, have pretty much been about what's going on in the world and trying to wake people up to the mark and to what's in the vax and why it's dangerous and showing the repetition that's going on. So screw you. Okay? Go back to your Hollywood buddies, Joe Rogan and all these people who let you on the air because none of them ever let someone like me on the air. Because I'm not one of them. You ever see me on any show? If my subs ever see me anywhere, I can't even get guests for a podcast because people are afraid to talk to me. Because the majority of these people are all in on it, or some level of Freemason, right? And don't lie like that's not one of the things that really bugged you. You liked my channel at first, but all the fear. Yeah, okay. It wasn't all the fear. It was the exposing of Freemasons, because that's what you are, a low-level Mason. And you wouldn't even have a chance to be in Hollywood doing the stuff, rubbing toes with the Wayans and the Sandlers of the world if you weren't one of them, because they don't mix with people who are goyim. And you're not goyim because it's in your blood. It's who you are. So end the shtick. And Lord only knows you weren't in Hollywood because you were entertaining and funny. Because really, I was about to smash my face through the wall even in the 0.2 seconds that you were on screen. The simple fact is this, Benjamin Owen. You can call yourself a stand-up comic. You can call yourself an entertainer and a truther. But you can't teach verbal assault. You can't teach running people down. You don't have the skills to do it. You're just dropping F-bombs and you're dropping, call for an uprising. He's sitting over there touching himself, talking about Lady Gaga. Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. Who's writing your material? A 7th grader? Oh, so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And my voice sounds like this apparently. This is a call for an uprising. You sound like this. Please give me attention. Please come listen to my channel. I'm censored. Where are the bears at? Oh, F you. F you. You hear this sound? That wasn't just the sound of the end of your YouTube career. It's the sound of the end of any career you think you might have as an entertainer, as a comic, or whatever else. So go back to your boys in Hollywood. Go do your rituals. God only knows what it involves. I'll pray for your kids that they're not involved in any of them. And maybe one day, just like you hope, an uprising will occur and we'll be able to run into each other. And then we'll see how tongue-tied you get. So don't throw rocks at a guy with a machine gun. Get the picture? Good. I want to thank everybody out there for listening to today's rant. And I apologize if anyone's offended. And if you want to listen to that guy, go ahead. He's telling people not to listen to my channel because I bring people down into a dark place. If you don't have the spine to listen to this stuff, don't listen. If there's days that you don't want to hear the negative stuff because you're down, I completely get it. You don't think that this stuff doesn't bother me? This is what I've been called to do. Okay? And that could change at some point. It could. But I see the messages and I hear what people tell me about how this channel has helped wake them up and lead them to pick up their Bible because they see the evil in the world. And that's what keeps me going. At the benefit of, or at the self-mutilation of my own health, I should say. Physically, it's tiring. It's exhausting. But I continue to do it. And I'm not saying, oh, poor me, I'm a martyr. No. But that's what this channel is. And I don't have to lay down and do what anyone else tells me to talk about. I don't have to talk about the flat earth. I don't have to suddenly come on here and say, I'm a nonprofit ministry now. No thanks. I'm me. I talk. I rant. I show you the things that are going on. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. But for those of you out there who are offended, remember this in life. If somebody pokes at you in your day-to-day life, if somebody talks crap behind your back or on a public platform, you going to sit there and take it? Because you shouldn't. Because that's what Big Brother wants you to do. They want you to, oh, I'm getting bullied and I'm hurt. Bully me. Guess what? I love it. I love when somebody bullies and tries to attack me. It's fun for me. I like confrontation. It's easy. Comes natural. Everyone out there should defend themselves every single day of their lives. And it doesn't mean physically you have to do something, even though sometimes it calls for it. It means you stand up, you speak up, and when somebody like a little girl starts running their mouth, you put them in the hole they belong in, the hole that they've been in their entire lives that they think they're popping their head out of. Guess what? I just threw the rock right back down on Benjamin Owen's career, just where it belongs, in a sewer system filled with the fecal matter of the sodomites. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.